He was brilliant, he was hilarious, he was kind. He could be a fighter when he needed to be. He was just so much braver than I was.
I take you, Michael,
to be my husband.
to be my husband.
And these things I promise you.
And these things I promise you.
I will share my life with you.
I will share my life.
A man walks into a bathroom and disappears forever. No body is ever found. The only traces left behind: blood on a toilet bowl, strange marks on the floor, and the lingering smell of cleaning products. This man was Steven Cozzi, a brilliant attorney known for his wit and warmth, described by his husband as the kindest and funniest person he'd ever met. On March 21, 2023, at a small law office in Largo, Florida, Cozzi stepped away from his desk. His computer remained open, music still playing, an email left unfinished. In less than 2 hours, he would vanish without a trace. His killer? A Harvard-educated plastic surgeon with 9,500 Instagram followers, a doctor who had sworn an oath to do no harm. A man who would allegedly break that sacred promise over a $15,000 dispute. Dr. Tomasz Kosowski, known to his loyal patients as Dr. K.
Guys, remember, we're almost at 5,000 Instagram followers, and I'm giving away Botox and facials. Check out my Instagram profile, like it, tell 10 of your friends about it, say something nice about me if you can, that'd be sweet, okay?
But before we get to that morning, we need to understand how we got here. We need to talk about Dr. Tomasz Kosowski, or Dr. K, a graduate of Dartmouth College Medical School. Kosowski specialized in reconstructive breast surgery. On social media, he cultivated the image of a successful plastic surgeon.
We're here today with Dr. Thomas Kosowski from the Bassin Center and My Tampa Lipo.
Posting mainly about his professional achievements and sharing glowing patient reviews. His Instagram feed was filled with testimonials from satisfied patients praising him. They called him a true artist. But beneath this polished exterior lay a web of conflict that would ultimately lead to that fateful Tuesday in March. Let's go back to 2016. That's when Dr. Kosowski joined the Laufer Institute of Plastic Surgery. Everything seemed normal at first. He performed breast reconstruction surgeries, built his practice, worked with patients. But by 2018, something had gone wrong. So wrong that Kosowski left the practice, and in May 2019, filed a lawsuit against his former employer. In his lawsuit, Kosowski claimed that the person handling his insurance billing at Laufer Institute had been sabotaging his career. He alleged she wasn't filing claims and was lying to his patients, costing him tens of thousands of dollars. The negative online reviews started piling up. For a plastic surgeon whose livelihood depends on reputation, this was devastating. This is where Steven Cozzi enters our story. A brilliant attorney known for his wit and kindness, Cozzi worked at Blanchard Law, representing the Laufer Institute against Kosowski's claims. The legal battle dragged on for years, becoming increasingly hostile. On January 26, 2023, during a deposition at Blanchard Law, the tension between Kosowski and Cozzi reached a boiling point. After a verbally contentious session, Kosowski followed Cozzi into the men's restroom just outside the office and confronted him again. Looking back now, this bathroom confrontation was just the beginning. Now, let's look at what happened in the weeks leading up to March 21st. On March 14th, something strange occurred at 1501 South Belcher Road. An employee from another business in the building walked into a utility closet and found an unknown man hiding behind the door in the dark. He was wearing jeans, a loose t-shirt, and a surgical face mask. When questioned, he claimed he was there because of a power outage. The man left in a gray Toyota Tundra. A week later, on March 21st, security cameras captured a series of events that would later become crucial evidence. At 8:34 a.m., a man arrived in a gray Toyota Tundra. He was wearing jeans, a long-sleeve white shirt, and carrying a backpack. Most notably, he was wearing gloves and carrying a large box on his shoulder. 3 minutes later, at 8:37 a.m., Steven Cozzi entered the building in his red sweater. He went to his office and began his workday like any other. There was a scheduled hearing that morning. Both Cozzi and Kosowski were supposed to participate. At approximately 9:50 a.m., a sensor on Cozzi's office door registered an opening and closing. Investigators believe this was when Cozzi went to use the men's room. His phone, car keys, work laptop, and tablet remained on his desk. He was in the middle of answering an email. Music was still playing from his computer. Everything seemed almost normal. But what happened in the next 30 minutes would later be pieced together through security footage, forensic evidence, and cell phone records. At 10:22 a.m., cameras captured a man leaving the law firm. He was now wearing a blue short-sleeved shirt and a white surgical mask. He was struggling with what appeared to be a small wagon on wheels, loaded with something heavy and covered by a red or orange blanket. At 10:28 a.m., Kosowski called into the scheduled hearing. Cozzi, who was supposed to be there, never joined. Another lawyer, Jake Pillsbury, had to fill in. Kosowski stayed on the call until 11:04 a.m. What happened over the next few hours shows just how well everything was planned. At 11:05 a.m., security footage showed the driver of the Tundra repositioning the cart by his truck, struggling to load its heavy contents into the bed. 10 minutes later, the same man, now wearing a gray shirt, walked to the northwest corner of the building, looked around, then returned to the parking lot. At 11:16 a.m., the Toyota Tundra left the parking lot, turning right onto South Belcher Road. The red-covered item was visible in the truck bed. Over the next hour, the vehicle was captured by various cameras, a public bus camera, a neighbor's security system, and finally, a license plate reader in the Tarpon Springs. Back at the law office, people started to worry. Something wasn't right. At 11:46 a.m., Largo police officers arrived to conduct a welfare check. What they found in the men's room was alarming. Officer Jerry Hunt observed red liquid smeared on the exterior of the door, drops of red liquid on the toilet stall wall, and similar stains on the exterior of the toilet bowl. There was also a dark liquid on the floor that appeared to have been cleaned in a circular motion. The smell of cleaning products hung in the air.
The first reaction was, gosh, is he okay, right? Did he wander off or did he hit his head or something like that? And then when I couldn't find him, then I started to panic. I could see like a splotch on the wall next to the toilet where
Bleach or blood?
Where there was like someone tried to clean it with bleach, but it took the paint off.
While police were looking into what happened at the law office, Kosowski was on the move. Security cameras caught his red Toyota Corolla driving back and forth from the area that afternoon, between 4:48 and 4:58 p.m. Then, at 9:36 that night, his car showed up somewhere really strange, way out in Big Cypress National Reserve near Okeechobee, Florida. The police didn't waste any time. They got a warrant to search Kosowski's house just 2 days later. When they went into his garage, there it was, the gray Toyota Tundra from the security videos. And what they found inside was disturbing. There was a red liquid in the truck bed that turned out to be blood. When they sprayed special chemicals on the garage floor, they lit up 2 more blood. But what police found next was even worse. When they stopped Kosowski's Corolla on March 25th, the car was like something out of a spy movie. They found guns, a bulletproof vest, 2 phones, gloves, a mask, and get this, almost $300,000 in cash. Then there was something really weird about that gray Tundra truck he'd bought. He never registered it after buying it in October. Instead, He added this special device that could switch license plates with just a push of a button. One of these fake plates belonged to someone who wasn't even alive anymore. But the deeper police dug, the stranger things got. They found a drug called succinylcholine in his stuff. It's something doctors use to paralyze patients during surgery. And when they searched his house, they found around 200 guns. This wasn't just some angry doctor anymore. Everything they found showed someone who had planned this whole thing out step by step. This respected plastic surgeon who fixed people's bodies for a living had a completely different side to him. The science told an even bigger story. Lab tests found Cozzi's blood pretty much everywhere, in the office bathroom, in both of Kosowski's cars, and mixed with Kosowski's own DNA in his garage. Police also found tiny white fibers that connected everything together. The same exact fibers showed up in the bathroom, in Cozzi's car, and in Kosowski's Corolla. It was like a trail of breadcrumbs linking all these places together. But what happened to Steven Cozzi's body? Police analysis of surveillance footage and cell phone records led them to a dumpster near US 41 and Loop Road on the Tamiami Trail. The garbage truck driver who emptied that dumpster reported something unusual. On March 23rd, 2 days after Cozzi's disappearance, the dumpster was unusually heavy and had a peculiar, vile smell. Video footage of the dumpster being emptied showed a large garbage bag falling in a way that suggested it contained something body-sized. The contents of that dumpster were taken to the Collier County landfill. But by the time investigators identified this location, the chances of recovery were virtually zero. The landfill compacts its trash to 1/3 of its normal size, making the search for human remains nearly impossible. On March 26, 2023 at 12:53 a.m., police arrested Tomasz Kosowski for first-degree murder. Despite not having found Cozzi's body, prosecutors felt the evidence was strong enough to pursue charges. They're seeking the death penalty. Today, as the case moves through the legal system, Dr. Kosowski maintains his innocence through his attorney.
I am finding probable cause. Your bond is going to remain at 0. Do you have any questions right now, or would you like to just reserve those for your lawyer?
Reserve for my lawyer, please.
Keep an open mind. These are very, very serious charges. He is presumed innocent as he's currently sitting in jail. We're conducting our own investigation, and as it develops, we'll try to keep you updated. But just keep an open mind and keep in mind the fact that he's a doctor and he's presumed innocent despite the nature of the charges.
He remains in custody without bail, awaiting trial in a case that has shocked the Tampa Bay legal community and beyond. The promising career he once fought so hard to protect is now irreparably destroyed, not by negative reviews or billing disputes, but by his own alleged actions on that Tuesday morning in March.
My heart's broken, I can't see the bigger picture in this yet, but I would like to just tell his story, and just continue to tell it, and people can fall in love with him the way that I fell in love with him. Just help somebody, if somebody's down on their luck, if they need help with something and you're in a position that you can help, that would be a wonderful way to honor Steve's memory.